Yo, it's Mr. Truth, and I'm spitting some truth. What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Back with a reaction video, and I'm going to be reacting to the channel The Modern King, and this video is titled Entitled Woman Tries Suing Man for Leaving Her Midday, Instantly Regrets It. So let's just go into this one. Let's play this.
Mr. Sutton here invited me out on a date and then proceeded to walk out on the tab.
This man asked you to go with him on a date and then he left before the bill came?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me more. Let's start with, how did y'all meet? How do you know this man?
So, I'm a social media influencer, and Mr. Sutton, the defendant, came on
He slid into your DMs?
Yes,
okay.
Essentially. And we were discussing and we were talking for a couple weeks, and we were just chatting over the phone. And he originally asked me out on a couple dates, first one being coffee and the second one being ice cream.
So those dates took place?
No, ma'am.
Oh.
I don't drink coffee, first off, and secondly, I'm lactose intolerant, so we did not do coffee, nor did we did ice cream.
So you declined those dates?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, continue, ma'am.
Yeah, when a woman declines those type of dates, like coffee and all this stuff and drinks or whatever, ice cream, she's not feeling you. Even if she doesn't drink coffee, bull crap, because you can get other things in those places, juices or whatever. But yeah, she ain't into him. Straight up.
Well, after we had continued talking, he shortly after decided to ask me out on a date. And we decided on dinner Friday at 5:30. Unfortunately, our original timing did not quite work out with my schedule. I had to reschedule on him twice. First time being with work, I was on a fashion shoot, and my shoot lasted a little bit longer than I was anticipating. So,
this is how you pay your bills, I assume, ma'am. You're a full-time influencer.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I do think sometimes people hear that, Ms. Collins, and they can be dismissive. But the reality is, we don't care. Okay, so your shoot runs long. You have to reschedule.
Yes, that was the first one. Second, I ended up having to reschedule on him a second time because my father did fall ill, and he lives. Thank you.
Yeah.
He does live nearby, so I tend to go over there and take care of him every now and again.
Okay, so there's two reschedules. He's understanding, I suppose. And then how do you actually get on the date?
Well, eventually our schedules ended up working out, and we were able to make it on time.
Great.
So we scheduled for 5:30 on a Friday, and I was a little bit late.
How late, ma'am?
We scheduled for 5:30. I showed up at 6:15.
45 minutes late.
Mr. Sutton.
Yeah, see, a woman turning up late, 45 minutes late, like, that's a disrespect, man. That's a sign of a woman who's not really interested in the guy. Listen, if a woman's if it's 15 minutes late, yeah, just leave. Don't even wait around, just leave. Disrespectful. Guys, know your value.
I promise you I did not fail math. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Okay, 45 minutes late, ma'am. That's not a little. Go ahead.
I got stuck in traffic.
Ma'am, come on, please, go ahead.
Showing up 45 minutes late is pure disrespect for him and his time. And when he left her for it, she tried suing him, but that didn't work out well for her, as we will see.
So I showed up at 6:15, and that was when our date proceeded.
And how was his energy when you showed up 45 minutes late? Because this is the first time y'all are seeing each other in person, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see that doesn't make like a great impression. So to the extent he was excited to see and meet you finally, that might be compromised after 45 minutes of waiting on someone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, but you get there. How was it?
Very, very small chit chat, just pleasantries in regards to when I show up. And I'm a little frantic because I know that I'm running late. So,
were you apologetic, ma'am?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes. So sitting down, the waiter originally comes over, and I go ahead and I order myself a margarita because they're my favorite. And I have not eaten all that day. So I'm starving. So I originally go ahead with my margarita, order a calamari as well.
Okay.
And
did you ask him if he wanted anything to eat, ma'am? No, I'm just, because we're getting your order in, but
Well, I assumed that he would have ordered something if he wanted anything.
So the answer is no.
No,
At this
I did
point,
not
You
ask.
just ordered your margarita and your calamari. Okay.
Yes, he
And
had
that's
a drink already.
Okay. Well, I would hope so if he's sitting there waiting for you for 65 minutes. That's my rule. And then do you proceed to order more food?
Yes.
Okay. What
Later
did you
on.
order, ma'am?
Well, after I finished the original appetizer, I went ahead and I ordered another drink. And
Also a margarita?
yes,
Because I just want a visual. Okay, go ahead.
yes. And I don't really like to drink on an empty stomach, so I not only had the calamari, but I also had the fried alligator. Was my second.
She also doesn't really like to pay for her own food, but she sure does love ordering the entire menu as long as she believes the man she just met will be paying for it.
Yeah, it was very interesting. And
This is why you don't do dinner dates with women, guys. You do not do dinner dates with women, right? Never do. You do something simple like drinks or coffee, because those are minimal stuff, and it's not about the money. It's about doing the simplest things first to see whether the woman's into you. The first meetup is to see whether the woman is into you and whether you're into her. They have to be simple. They can't be long and complex. No. And dinners are for. I don't suggest doing dinner dates on the first date. Those things are for like the boyfriend and girlfriend stuff. That's when you get to those sort of things. They're sentimental things, man.
Now, was that just still a starter, or have we gotten to your entree yet?
no, that was just the starter.
Okay, let's go. What did you get for your entree, ma'am?
I got a salmon.
Okay, so you had the calamari, you had the fried alligator, you've had 2 margaritas at this point, and now you've got a plate of salmon.
Yes.
Okay, and did you get any more cocktails?
I did get one more cocktail.
Okay, so you had
with my
3
dinner.
drinks. Okay. Do you have an itemized bill that the court can look at, ma'am, and see?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead and proffer that to my
You
bailiff.
just have everything.
I'll take everything.
Sure.
And what,
Listen, the fact that she's even suing him for unpaid bill just shows you she's a cheapskate. Anyway, it shows you she's using him. That in itself says everything. Tells you everything. But yeah.
while you are doing that, you know what they say about stories, there's 2 sides. Let me get to you, Mr. Sutton. Thank you for your patience here, sir. Let's get to what you can corroborate. You meet this woman on social media. She's very beautiful. You slide in her DMs. You start communicating.
Yes, Your Honor.
You find out that she's a social media influencer professionally. Bada bing, bada boom. Somebody's number is exchanged. Y'all start talking on the phone.
Yes.
At what point, sir, do you decide I am interested enough to take her on an in-person date?
Well, I was interested very early on. I asked her out 2 times. Both times she turned me down.
So then, after 2 cancellations, and did you believe those cancellations?
To be completely honest,
You better be. You're sworn in.
Yes.
She's a cheapskate, because why are you suing a man for $218? That's that money ain't gonna take you far. That's piss money. I understand she's trying to sue a man for like grands, like 20, 30 grand, 200. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
No, the first scenario, the modeling, I don't know much about it. I think she could have taken maybe 10 or 15 seconds just to send me something. She told me like 10 minutes before our date. I've already driven there. That was very upsetting to me.
Okay, she left that part out. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. And then as far as the second incident is
With her father's illness.
yes, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt.
No, I understand. The court agrees with that.
Yes.
Okay, so for finally,
Yes.
we get on a dinner date, and you concede, Mr. Sutton, that you did ask her on the 3rd date, and it was your idea to say, you know what? You don't like milk, you can't do lactose, you don't like coffee, let's go to dinner.
I said, let's go to drinks, not dinner. I never said
See,
anything.
you got to clear it up. See?
See, he said go to drinks. Let's go to drinks, and she said dinner. He should have said, "Nah, I'm not meeting you." There you go. He failed her test, and I want guys to understand this, right? See, this is gonna go over a lot of your heads, right? Over your heads. He's failed her test, and it's not about the money, because he's definitely got the money to take her to dinner, right? He took her. He's failed her test because he's complied, because he said drinks, and then she said dinner, and he goes, "Okay, cool, we go dinner." What you've done, you submitted to a woman, and you failed her test, okay? So you've complied with what she wanted when you originally wanted to go drinks. So you're following her lead. And that's where she got him and he didn't realize.
Mr. Sutton, because this is how I'm going to make my ruling. So you're telling the court that you said nothing about dinner. You said, let's go to drinks.
I said, let's go to drinks.
Ms. Collins, did he say, let's go to drinks?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, continue, sir.
First, she reschedules twice, as we've mentioned, and then finally we lock in a date, and it's during.
The fact she rescheduled twice, she ain't into him. She's not into him. All right, she ain't into him.
Happy hour at
I noticed that. I didn't want to say nothing. 5:30. But when you said that y'all were meeting at 5:30, it's happy hour. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, and I made that explicit that I wanted to meet at happy
hour. You said that. Okay.
Yes.
And one thing I like about somebody that's direct is you know what to expect. So there's an indication when someone says, I want to take you out during happy hour, you know what time it is. Right? I mean, hello.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, sir. So you own that you are looking for a happy hour experience. Continue.
Yes. So I get there at 5:20, Your Honor, and I get a phone call from her at 5:25 saying she'll be a few minutes late.
Okay.
I interpreted few minutes as a few minutes. I guess that means something else.
And then you found out it was 45 minutes.
It was 45 minutes.
Right.
I ordered one margarita. And the waiter felt so bad for me, he slipped me another one at the happy hour price after 6 o'clock when that ended. She finally shows up at 6:15. I'm a little annoyed at this point, but I'm trying to keep it together.
Now, did she look like her photos?
She did. She was gorgeous.
Okay. No, she is.
Yeah. And she finally sits down and the conversation.
Was she apologetic when she showed up 45 minutes late, sir?
She mentioned it vaguely, but it was.
But you didn't really feel like it was heartfelt.
No, it felt very.
I don't know why.
Yeah, that's disrespect. And the fact that she wasn't that apologetic, she's not into the guy. Just even looking at her face, you could tell she's not into the guy.
But for some reason, I suspected that. Okay.
The person who is trying to sue this guy for refusing to give her the free meal she wanted is the same person who was unapologetic about being 45 minutes late, who could have seen that one coming. I wonder what she posted on social media about this dude before deciding it was a good idea to sue him, as I could only imagine an individual would need encouragement to do something so obviously stupid while still thinking they are the victim.
Yes.
So she sits down, she orders herself a drink.
Yes. Well, she orders herself more than a drink. She orders a calamari as well. We have a very, very brief conversation.
Well, let's back up.
Yes.
When she orders the cocktail and the calamari together, I presume.
Yes.
Were you surprised because your offer was drinks?
Of course. Yes, okay. I was very surprised. I wasn't hungry. I ate beforehand. We said we were meeting for drinks specifically, and I just didn't think she was going to be ordering food. And I don't eat fried food like that either, Your Honor.
Right. Well, it doesn't really matter. The point is, as you said drinks, she starts ordering cuisine.
Exactly.
And you are shocked, but you don't say anything. You're just shocked. Now, at that point, because I'm just curious, were you contemplating the possibility that maybe there was going to be a split check at some point? Like maybe if she's hungry, she'll take care of her food, but allow you to treat her to cocktails because that was the nature of the agreed upon date?
I thought we were meeting up just for drinks,
right.
And I thought she was going to maybe fit the bill for her, but what she did in the subsequent moments made me question that entire thing.
Okay, so yeah, what did she do there?
Well, by the time the waiter brings over the food and the margarita, she is on her phone. She's on social media. She's posting, and she starts acting like I'm not even there.
Remember the first thing I said. She does not respect him or his time, or she wouldn't have been 45 minutes late. This is why you do not tolerate disrespect, whether it be direct or indirect, as they will take it as a green light to disrespect you more later on.
Facts.
I guarantee this guy learned from his mistake and won't be waiting the next time someone is late after having to deal with this headache.
What do you say about that, Ms. Collins? Were you working on this date?
Well, I am going to be taking photos and I am taking videos. I'm with a handsome young man and...
No, she's not into him. That's why she's spending most of her time taking photos and being on social media. She's not into the guy. Any woman who's into you, she's going to be giving her 100% attention to you as the man. She ain't into the guy. She wasn't into him. She wasn't even attracted to him. She just dated him because of free meal, innit?
I mean, I suppose, yes, considering the fact that I am an influencer, it is working.
Okay, so you're working on the date. You now feel.
I usually don't bring my work to a date.
And let's get to that, sir. What do you do for a living?
I am a substitute teacher.
Okay. What grades?
K through 12. I'm able to
go everywhere. You're certified. Yes. That's excellent, sir. Okay, so you work in education. You're now on a date. Your date shows up 45 minutes late. She immediately pulls out her phone and starts engaging and really working on the date.
Yes.
While she's ordered so far a calamari and a margarita.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And the waiter comes by again and still ignoring me, and she orders her second round of drinks and a crispy alligator. Another top shelf margarita, by the way. I'm getting really fed up at this point, as I think any reasonable man would be.
Okay.
And the waiter is about to come around the third time, but, I said, let's try to give this one more chance. And I try engaging in a conversation with her, and I asked her about her father. She just ignores me. She doesn't even engage in the conversation, which calls into question everything else that came before.
So, her sick dad, right? He tried to engage a conversation about her sick dad. She's not even interested. Think about it. As a woman, you getting to know a guy and you want a guy to be into you, and you've got a sick dad, and then the guy you're on a date with, he's concerned about your sick dad. He starts talking about him, making a convo because he's interested about your life, your dad. And you're telling me as a woman, you're not going to entertain that conversation. So the fact that she wasn't even interested in the conversation about her own father because he's showing an interest, it just shows you in itself she don't like him. She was never into him. And you could tell, look at her facial expressions. She's not shocked. Look at her face. She don't seem shocked or pissed off. Well, probably pissed off, but she ain't shocked because she knows it's true. She knows she's not really into the guy. And this is what I said. You can't fake attraction. Yeah, women can fake it, but you can't really fake it for long. It's really hard to fake attraction for anybody, especially a woman faking attraction for a man. It's very hard. It's very hard for any woman to do it. There are women who are with guys they don't even like. Yes, they're faking it, but it shows later down the line.
Okay. When did she order the salmon, sir?
She ordered the salmon at the end. That was the third time they came around. Yeah, so she wasn't even done with the previous place before she starts ordering more food. And so she orders the salmon and the other drink, and I'm just fed up. I can't take it anymore. I'm seeing red. And I just decide I have to leave right now, else I'm going to make a big mistake.
What's a big mistake?
I felt like I would explode, Your Honor. I was just so angry and felt so disrespected.
Oh, well, okay. So how do you get out, literally? Like, how do you excuse yourself at the table?
Yes, Your Honor. I told her I was going to go to the restroom.
Right. Said another way, what lie did you make up to get out of this horrible situation?
Yes, I told her I was going to the restroom, and I beeline for my car, and I didn't look back.
Okay, so you never even went to the restroom?
No, I never went to the restroom. No.
Oh, Miss Collins. Sir, do you have any evidence for the court?
I do, but I would just like to add, the next day she did text me about this, and she said I was rude to fit her with a bill like that. And
she said you were rude.
She said I was rude. I told her she was rude to show 45 minutes late, and she was rude to ignore me and lie to me.
She was the only one here that was rude. Yet, of course, in her mind, she has done absolutely nothing wrong, and everything is his fault. She is clearly used to getting whatever she wants, which is why she thinks it's appropriate to take him to court for simply telling her to pay for the food she ordered for herself.
Okay.
So I did pay for my drinks, though. I sent her that money.
We know he's not the first time. It's not the first time she's used a guy for dinner. I reckon she's done this numerous of times.
Okay.
Digitally, and I have that here for you as well.
Yeah, offer that up to the court. Woo-wee. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a clown for disappearing on our, quote, date and not paying. This is from the plaintiff. Defendant says, I said I wanted to meet for drinks, that's in caps, not dinner.
But he's still at fault because he said I said I wanted to meet for drinks, not dinner. He shouldn't have agreed to the date. See, this is what happens when certain men they're infatuated by a woman's looks. Oh, you know what? I'll take her out to dinner because she's pretty. Nah, I don't care how pretty a woman is. I ain't doing that shit, man.
Madam Plaintiff says you're just full of it and cheap. Defendant says just sent you $20 for my drink. Go find another sucker. I ain't the one.
Sensational.
I do see where there was a digital $20 sent. Ma'am, did you receive this money?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I don't think I have to hear any more from either of you two. I've seen this story before. The court is ready to rule. Now, nobody hates a cheap man more than me. Nobody. What this court will not condone is women or men coming into my courtroom under the guise of chivalry when what they're really doing is dating for dinner. Ma'am, you are dating for a meal.
Yeah.
It's low integrity. It's anti-feminist. And for lack of a better term, it's trifling. Believe it or not, counterintuitive.
No, what the judge should have said, and she probably knows it. You're not into the guy, and you're not attracted to him. Women don't use men they like or who they're attracted to.
Cheapen yourself. You cheapen yourself. You become a version of a type of prostitute. I'm just gonna tell it to you plain, and I don't believe that's what you intend. Now, if this is a man you are seeing, if this is a man you are dating actively, if this is a man who you've invested time and energy into as well, then your expectations should rise according to that mutual investment. And then, Mr. Sutton, you do have to put up or shut up. But at this point, the court is not convinced that you did anything wrong. In fact, the court is convinced, ma'am, that you operated in bad faith, that you wasted this man's time. So the court completely dismisses the plaintiff's claim of $218.69. That is my ruling.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
If